What's up, guys? It's your boy Talladega on the mic here, and I'm gonna have the first ever perfect bracket that has ever existed in the history of March Madness, starting now. So this is a little smaller bracket than usual. Okay, in all seriousness, I'm gonna do a Sweet 16 bracket. I'm gonna try to get it perfect. Obviously, there's no guarantees, but I can guarantee that this is gonna be a perfect bracket. So let's just hop right in. Gonzaga, Arkansas. I think it's pretty obvious, it's pretty obvious to anyone who watches college basketball, especially this March Madness tournament, that Gonzaga will take this game. Texas Tech, Duke. It honestly depends which version of these two teams show up. I'm going to take Duke just because it's a better story, Duke Gonzaga, and I think the refs, if it's a close game, will rig it for Duke. But it is what it is. I'll take Duke. Arizona, Houston. So, Houston's looked fantastic this tournament. They've looked like a completely different team, and they've just been fantastic. Arizona, they've looked B tier. They really have looked B tier. So, I think I am going to go... I know. I'm going to go with Houston on this one. I think Houston will pull off the upset here against Arizona and just continue their run. They made the Final Four last year. They brought back, I believe, their entire team, like UCLA. So I feel like they have the experience to beat this Arizona team. So I'm going to take Houston here. Michigan, Villanova. Michigan, they should not even be in this tournament. Villanova, they've been playing mid. So I'm going to go Michigan. I just feel like Michigan, they're hot right now. They're going to continue their run. I feel like they can land the spot in the Elite Eight. I don't feel like Villanova's a strong 2 seed. Like, Texas Tech, North Carolina, and UCLA, I feel like are all better. I think Providence and Villanova are very similar. But yeah, I'm going to go with Michigan there. North Carolina, UCLA. So this, in my opinion, is going to be the game of the possible weekend. This is going to be the game of the weekend. Besides this one, Duke Gonzaga. North Carolina, UCLA. I'm going to go UCLA. I'm still all in on UCLA. I still think they're going to continue their run. North Carolina, I think, puts up a fight, but they show that their bench is terrible against Baylor. They almost blew a 25-point lead. That can't cut it against this UCLA team who, although may not have the best depth, has some solid depth. So I'm going to take UCLA. Purdue, St. Peter's. I wish I could say St. Peter's wins this game, but sadly Purdue's going to win this game. Kansas, Providence. I feel like Providence, if they keep it close, like within 6 points, with like 3 minutes to go, will win this game. I really do. But I think Kansas is going to win by 10. I'll take Kansas. Iowa State, Miami. So this game's going to be a fun game to watch. Both teams are kind of going on a little Cinderella story. I didn't think Miami would make it this far. I thought they would barely beat USC, which they did, and then they would lose to Auburn. But they played better than Auburn. I mean, Auburn played terrible, but it is what it is. Iowa State, they did just enough to beat Wisconsin. They did just enough to just get by. I don't think Iowa State's a strong team. I don't think Miami's a strong team either. I'm gonna go with Miami, just because I feel like they're a little better than Iowa State because of their offense. The Elite Eight, Gonzaga versus Duke. Yeah, I think it's kind of obvious. Not obvious, but like, this will be Coach K's last game. This will sadly be Coach K's last game in the Elite Eight. They will lose to Gonzaga, but it'll be like a score of 94 to 90, something like that. It won't be a defensive game at all. So I'll take Gonzaga in that game. UCLA, Purdue. I'm still staying strong with them. UCLA. I have UCLA beating Purdue. Just because Purdue, I don't know how to explain it. It depends what Purdue team shows up. Like, some days they're the best. You can debate that they're the best team in college basketball. Other days, they're mid. So I'm going to take UCLA in this one. Houston versus Michigan. So in this one, I think Michigan's run ends, and Houston just takes it. Houston's three-point shooting's been elite right now. Michigan's just been playing terrible comp. I think they can take down Villanova because they're looking mid. But I think Houston has their number and will advance to their second Final Four in 2 years. Kansas, Miami. So on this one, it's not even close. Kansas wins. Gonzaga versus UCLA. This will be the game of the tournament. I'm 99% sure that this is gonna be the game of the tournament. It's basically a rematch, except Gonzaga added Chet Holmgren. But UCLA's earned a lot more. They've developed more, and they've gained experience, which is, you can debate experience is better than development. I'm going to take UCLA. I'm still going strong in that statement. I think UCLA will knock off Gonzaga, but similar to the Duke-Gonzaga game, this will be like a, I wouldn't say 90s, I'd say like 88 to 84. UCLA win. Houston versus Kansas. So on this one, I'm leaning towards Houston. And here's why. Houston, it's Kansas. They're a phenomenal team, but they played weak comp. Houston would have at this point had to go through UAB, a mediocre Illinois team, but they would have had to beat Arizona, a mid-tier Michigan team. While Kansas has just been playing a bunch of bums, really. They've been just playing against a bunch of mid-tier teams. So I think Kansas might go into this game thinking that Houston's a mid-tier team, and they'll lose. I think it's a close game. I don't think it's as good as UCLA Gonzaga. I think it's a close game. But I think Houston, if they can shoot like they did against UAB, I think they take this game. Now the national championship. A 4 versus a 5 seed. UCLA versus Houston. So, on this one, I'm staying strong with my national champions. The UCLA Bruins. Or, not... Yeah, the UCLA Bruins. I'm sticking with them. But this is going to be like a score of 84 to 78. That's my final prediction. I think UCLA is the best team in the country. I think they're the best team left in the... I think UCLA is the most capable team of winning the championship this year. Gonzaga hasn't looked good. They struggled against a mid-tier Memphis team. I mean, UCLA struggled against a mid-tier Akron. But then they played against a solid St. Mary's team, and they kind of killed them. So if they can take care of North Carolina, take care of Purdue, and Gonzaga, I think Houston is going to be not as strong as Gonzaga. But there also could be the thing where UCLA's tired going into the Houston game. So there's a lot of variables. But I'm sticking with what I had at the beginning of the tournament in my final prediction. UCLA winning the national championship. Anyways, guys, if you like this video and want more like this, leave a like and subscribe. And this is Talladega, signing out. Laters.